YouTube, I'm back. What's going on? I thought that was a broker, but that wasn't a broker. That was Ezpass. I signed up to get an Ezpass last night. I signed up for an Ezpass last night, and I signed up for an Ezpass last night, and that was Ezpass calling me to confirm my Ezpass. So they're gonna send the Ezpass out. I'll have an Ezpass tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but sometime this week it'll come. So I wanted to tell y'all some things I found out about getting the Ezpass. Now, if you an independent contractor, you got your own truck and trailer, you got your own plates and insurance, your carrier doesn't supply you with a tow transponder, so you're probably gonna have to invest in getting a Ezpass. So I went ahead and subscribed for Ezpass. Now, what I found out when getting the Ezpass, I haven't seen any videos about this, so like I'm probably gonna be the only person talking about this. I found a website that kind of broke this down. It's a kind of a forum or something, some kind of article that actually did all the work. But after doing some research, like I found out, okay, you don't necessarily have to live in these states that's got Ezpass, but if you're gonna run in a bunch of states that's got Ezpass, the best thing you can do is find the state with the easiest process to get an Ezpass transponder. Because like New York has an Ezpass program, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, Illinois, Indiana, I think Texas. A lot of states got their own. How's the payment going with you taking the SFI travel? It's going fine. I'm making my payments. I mean, I don't want to tell y'all all my business, but I'm fine. I mean, I got savings, and you know, I'm making money at Traveloka. I'm fine. Like when you take your truck to another, I mean, I made videos about this, man. You can call up Snyder about this. But basically, you got to fill out this ACH form where they deduct the truck payments out of your business checking account or whatever checking account you got. You just set up the account and they just deduct the weekly payments from your business account. So that's how that goes. So with my business, hold on, I get back to the Ezpass. I'm gonna answer this question real quick. With my business, I think I got about 6 business checking accounts. 6 business checking accounts. I got one account. I got a payroll account. All that account does is receive money from doing work. Traveloka, Snyder, whoever. So whenever I do some work and I get paid, that account, his only job is to receive money. And then from that account, I have automatic withdrawals coming out of that account. So I got a salary for myself. I got $550 a week that goes to my personal account. I got $250 a week come out of there, go to maintenance. I got another 300. I don't know, it fluctuates sometimes, but I got another $350 a week going to taxes. I got another account. This other account I don't do nothing with. It's just an account that sits there. It's just a cash reserve account. So it just sits there with cash in it. And then I got another account. Hold on. I got another account. I used that one to I forgot what I used that account for. But anyway, if you want to properly manage your cash reserves in the business, you got to divvy this stuff up. So, I mean, I'm not telling you to do what I do, but it's just a recommendation. So, if, you know, you're trying to, because when I first started, I only had one business checking account, and then I had all this money coming in, and it gets convoluted because you got all this money and you got stuff coming in, coming out, coming in, and when it's time to do taxes and stuff, it just makes things easier when you got a maintenance account, taxes, payroll, and then I got a that's the account. I got an operational account. General purpose account. And this general purpose account is just there to pay bills. Like I got my my prepaid legal, I got my cell phone bill, like business expenses that I pay for directly, that comes out of that account. So like, you know, my prepaid legal, my cell phone bill, what else? Like business bills. That's a general operations account for that. So when it's time to do taxes, it's easier for you to print out a statement and consolidate every quarter so you can keep up with what you're spending. So when I'm looking at maintenance, all I got to do is go to my maintenance account and look at, okay, I spent $1,500 on PMs this year. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Oh, taxes. Okay, I spent $12,000 this year on taxes. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, I spent my cell phone bill was $1,200 this year. Okay, boom, 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 boom. It just makes it easier because when you got one account and you got all this shit going on, stuff coming in, it just you got your settlement coming in there, and then you got money coming back out. It just makes sense to have a payroll account where you can see how much money you made for the whole year for that one account. That way you can calculate, okay. And then I got the truck note coming out the general purpose account. It just makes it easier. A lot of people, they, you know, so that's how I do it. That's just how I do it. That's just 16, 17 years of being on my own. So like my personal side, I do the same thing. On my personal accounts, I have a savings account where I just have money just sitting there in case of emergency. And then I got personal money account to go to the movies, buy gas, to buy personal shit. And then I got account that I use to pay bills. I got one account, the only thing it does is pay bills. So every week, every month, I know that, okay, I got money for bills. Light bill at my house, insurance for the car, water bill, light bill, mortgage. That's all that account does, is pay my personal bills. So that way, if you just have one account and you got bills and food and gas, and like you can easily like get a overdraft, because it's like you got so much money coming in, coming out, you just can't keep track of that stuff. And like a lot of people don't know how to keep a personal financial statement. You got to learn how to be financially responsible for yourself. We're not even talking about running a business. We're talking about if you just got a job and you make $50,000 a year, you need to do this. 3-4 different accounts. That way you know where you stand financially. A lot of people just don't know where they stand financially. They don't know what a positive and a negative net worth mean. They don't know what a net worth mean. So like if you got a mortgage and you got a mortgage that's $150,000 and you owe $140,000 on that mortgage, that means you have a negative $140,000 net worth. A lot of people don't know what net worth means. They don't keep a personal financial statement. They don't know where they stand financially. So it's just like when you keeping all these accounts and all your money and everything separated like that, it gives a good picture when you need to present it to somebody, to a bank. If you're trying to get a loan to do something, buy a car, you don't have to run around and try to figure out what to do. All you got to do is go in your account, get all your accounts up, and everything just adds up. And that's your personal financial statement. It shows, okay, I got $10,000 in savings. I got $20,000 a year. Because if you got an account that just shows just bills coming out of this account, you know that, okay, in bills this year, I spent $25,000 in bills this year. Light bill, mortgage, you know what I mean? So a lot of people it's a lot of people running around these days, they have no idea what their financials look like. They don't know how much it costs to live a year. They have no idea. And when you do this, it allows you to see, it gives you a visual picture of what's going on in your life. So it's not necessarily business, but these are things that I've learned from being on my own for the last being an adult for the last 16, 17 years. And it's just a system I apply to running the truck. So when you ask me, the truck payment and stuff like that, that's what I do with it. It don't bother me none. So, I can go 3 months without a check. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's where you want to be. You want to have savings put back. So, you know what I mean? That's what you want to do. It's like a lot of guys running around check to check. Like, not a good idea. Not a good idea. But anyway, 12 minutes in this video. This is about Ezpass. So, y'all got any questions? Yeah, man, what's going on? Roderick, Big Joe, what's going on? So, it's like I got all this time to make videos, so I don't know what Uber gonna do, man. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they're gonna do. Be sitting out here for 3-4 days and shit. So, Ezpass. I'm sorry. Ezpass. What if any of you guys looking for an Ezpass program? I went to this website. Let me see if I can find it. It's this website I found that kind of breaks down the Ezpass program. So like I was saying before, each state has got different pricing, different rules and stipulations on how to run an Ezpass, on how they run their Ezpass program. And what it all boils down, the best state that I found to get an Ezpass transponder in is Delaware. Virginia, New York, West Virginia, Illinois, Indiana, New York, Pennsylvania, Ohio, all these states run their Ezpass differently. Some states require you to put down a deposit. Some states require you to open up a business charge account. Like with New York, they require you to open up a business charge account. So what that is, you're just applying for a business credit, business line of credit. And basically their minimum is $600 for the year. So you basically got to sign up for a $600 line of credit with the New York Ezpass program. And they have some fees. They charge you a monthly fee to keep the account open. I forgot what the fee was, but I don't want to pay no fee. New Jersey is it's the same thing. I didn't want to open one up. So like, cause I don't live in the Northeast, but in the event I get a load, I want to be able to just load my card up with some money. I want to be able to just load my card up with some money, my transponder with some money, and just go on up there. It's like, okay, I'm gonna put about 300 on there. Okay, I'm gonna run the load up there and come out. And I don't want to be paying no fees. Hold on, it's some shirt and tie guys over here. I thought they was gonna come over here and knock on my truck. Say, hey man, come on, get unloaded. I guess they don't give a fuck about this freight, man. These companies don't give two shits about this freight. But anyway, so like, what it boils down to is this website right here. It's on the dailypress.com. What is it? Yeah, dailypress.com. And they list all the states with all the different fees, and they pretty much like narrow it down to the best state to get a transponder in, the cheapest state. What it boils down to, because I was looking for a program that's prepaid, and with Delaware is the best state, because with Delaware there's no minimum and there's no monthly fee. There are fees associated with it, but that's if your account goes in the negative. If your account goes into the negative, then they charge you some fees. But long as you, because it's a prepaid, you know, so long as you put more than enough money on there to cover your tolls, you should be fine. So like here, they list all the states. See there? You got Virginia, Delaware, Illinois. You got Maine, Indiana. You got Maryland. Maryland charge $1.50 a month for the transponder. New Hampshire is another good one. New Hampshire, there's no monthly fee, no annual fee. New Jersey, they charge you $10 per transponder, $1 monthly fee. I mean, these is for car. These prices are for cars, but I'm thinking for a business account, it shouldn't be, you know, it should be about the same. Pennsylvania. See, Pennsylvania require you to put down a deposit. Pennsylvania require you to put down a deposit. Rhode Island is another good one. Rhode Island, no monthly fees, but they do charge you $20 for the transponder. West Virginia charge you $5 a year. So it all boiled down to the best one, I think, is Delaware and New Hampshire. There's one state on here that charge you 50 cents a month. New Hampshire and Rhode Island, it seemed like the best ones to me, because I'm looking for a prepaid program. Because like this one right here, this is the SunPass for Florida. It's a prepaid program. Anytime I'm going down to Florida, like if I'm going like to Orlando or something like that, I got a load going down to Orlando, I know it costs me about $20 to $25 to go down there and come out. So when I'm going down there, I go ahead and log on my account. I go ahead and put about $30 on there, because they do it in increments of 10. Increments of $10. So I just go ahead and put about $30 on there, go down there, run a load, and come back out. And it makes it easier to keep up with your expenses. So like, you know, in a year, say you rack up about $1,000 in tolls, which is very low, because I talked to a couple guys who run up there in Chicago and up there in New York and stuff like that. They run about a $400 to $500 a week toll bill. So these are independent guys. So like if you run up there in the Northeast or up there in the Midwest, like Chicago, going across I-80, going up 290, 294, I-55, what's the other one? 94. All those roads, those are tolls. So from Gary, Indiana, all the way up to Milwaukee, that's just tolls. So I talked to guys up there, man, you looking at a $500 a week toll bill, because that's where they live and that's where they run freight. So I think this program would be great, because you don't have to worry about them hitting your credit. You don't have to apply. Like with New York, they require you to apply for a credit program. They're checking your credit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want that, you know. And then they charge you a monthly fee per month. And then what they require a minimum that you got to use to keep your account open. So I don't want that. So I think they're, you know, the states that I've just mentioned is I might just put the link. I put the link on the video, you know, if y'all want to click on it. But it's a good deal. It's, you know, exactly what I was looking for, because I Googled around a little bit and I was trying to find some information, because it boiled down to me like trying to, because I didn't know that you can buy Ezpass from any state, you know, because as long as you buy Ezpass, you can use it in any state. It's all one big network, but each state is run differently. So it don't make no sense to go to New York and get an Ezpass when they charge all these fees and all these stipulations, where I can get it from Delaware and it's a straight, the program is easy. Like all that is prepaid, ain't no credit check, it ain't no bullshit. You know, I just put maybe $200-300 on there, run the load, and come out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I think that's a good deal, man. That's a good deal. How significant is the discount on the tolls when you have an Ezpass versus you don't have it? I think for commercial trucks, Delaware gives, I think, a 20% discount on the toll. I'm not worried about that. I'm just looking for convenience. Like, I don't know if, like, it's just the convenience, because if any of you guys been who run up in the Northeast, it don't make sense. Like from DC all the way up to Boston is tolls. I-95 is tolled all the way up. So, well, I-95 is tolled from DC, because you got to cross the Ridge Road Bridge. That's tolled. And then between Baltimore, between DC and Baltimore, that's tolled. And then once you get through Baltimore, I think the tunnel, that's tolled, because I go through the tunnel most of the time when I go up there. I don't take 695 around Baltimore. So I'll go through the tunnel, that's tolled, and then I would go Baltimore, and then you cut through Wilmington, you go through Philly, 295. Like sometimes if I don't want to take the turnpike, I'll take 295 then cut back over, but you ain't really saving a lot of money. And then you cross over New Jersey Turnpike. Now you're talking about from New Jersey Turnpike all the way up to Connecticut, that's tolled. And then from Connecticut up to Massachusetts. Now Connecticut is not tolled, but once you cross into Massachusetts, that's tolled. I-90, was it 95 up to I-90 that goes across Massachusetts from Boston all the way to Albany, New York, that's tolled. So, and then the Beltway, 490, no, that's not tolled. 495 that goes around Boston, no, that's not tolled. And then there's a little strip in New Hampshire. It's like maybe 3-4 miles. That's tolled. I think in Maine they got a little toll road somewhere. But like if you're gonna run in the Northeast, you gotta have an Ezpass. So it's just like I can't imagine stopping. It'll take you all day to get up there. I can't imagine stopping at every damn toll booth. Get a fucking toll transponder. Just get a transponder, man. The discount, I'm not really worried about the discount. It's my time. You get your transponder, put about $200-$300 on there, $300-$400 on there, and you good. You can just go on up there, run the load, and come out. So that's what I'm worried about. It's time. People do what they're programmed to do, and you should teach that personal finance statement. Also teach you how to set up your different accounts on YouTube. Maybe, I'm thinking about starting to get a fucking truck foundation. That's what that's about. Get a truck foundation is something, like teaching that kind of stuff. But I mean, when I get the time, I might invest into it. But right now, I got my own shit to do. I really don't have time to be helping other people. I mean, I can help y'all on YouTube. If you got my phone number, you can call me. But I really don't have lots of time to be like, a lot of this stuff is common sense. Like, you can call your bank up and tell them you want to open up a checking account. And then, you just tell them, I want to open up 5 checking accounts. You just tell them. It's not like it's a process. Once you open up one checking account, you can pretty much open up as many checking accounts you want. So, it's not really a big deal. Like, it's not something to really teach to me, because it's just like, if you got an account and you just divvy up, you got to account for taxes, you got to account for maintenance, you got a general purpose reserve account where it's just cash that sits there in case of extreme emergency, or you got a maintenance account in case you need some tires or PMs and shit like that. Because the whole point is, it makes sure that you have money set aside specifically for certain types of things in case they happen. Because you don't want to have all that money in there and then you feel like you got a lot of money, but then once you start dividing the money up, you start to see it's not really a lot of money to go around. Because your personal, you have a salary yourself. You running your business. You have a salary, $500-$600 a week, and then you got taxes, you got maintenance. And once you start divvying this money up, you start to see that, like, for example, like when I was running at Snyder, $1,500 a week ain't no money. It ain't no money. It is not no money. $1,500 a week. Once you start like paying taxes, dividing your money up for taxes and maintenance and paying yourself a salary, you in the negative. It's just not enough money to go around. You got to be making $2,000 plus a week for this thing to be worth it. Like minimum $2,000 a week. Because if your truck break down, it's gonna cost you some money to fix this motherfucker. So $1,500 a week ain't gonna save you. You can't get out the hole with $1,500 a week. You know what I'm saying? Your truck break down, you go to the shop, you get the bill, you pay for it, right? Now you got to figure out how to replenish your maintenance fund, because you just spent $5-10 grand on a repair. So you got to figure out how to replenish your damn maintenance fund. $1,500 a week ain't gonna save you, dog. So you got to be making $2,000. You got to be making $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, $3,500 a week to really, like, okay, you got a maintenance fund and you just spent $5-10 grand. You got to be able to replenish that $5-10 grand in a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? And like $1,500 a week ain't gonna cut it. If you're talking about running a full-fledged business, man, you ain't gonna cut it. So And like, see, a lot of guys, you know, like if you leasing the truck from Snyder and you get a brand new truck, truth be told, you only gonna be looking at maybe a tire and you know, expect to blow a tire. And I mean, you may not blow a tire, but I mean, with Snyder Finance, they holding your money anyway, so they taking the money out for maintenance anyway. But if you got a brand new truck, there's no reason for them to be taking out $150 a week for maintenance, because you're not gonna be spending all that money on maintenance. You know, like, truth be told, you're gonna be looking at about $1,200-1,300 for the year in PMs. It costs, depending on where you go, to a Love's, TA, Speedco, the terminal, a Freightliner dealer. Each one charges is slightly different, but you're probably gonna be looking at anywhere from $300 to $500 on a PM every 3 months. So you're probably looking at 4 of those a year. So let's say 400 per PM. That's 1,200 for the year. So 1,200 for PMs. Just we ain't even done nothing. Just PMs, just oil changes and greasing. 1,200 for the year. And then you're gonna be looking at a tire. You might blow a tire. Given everything go good, you just count on blowing a tire. So that's about $300-400 for a tire. Maybe a drive tire. A steer tire is a little bit more. So you're probably looking at maybe $400 or $500 on a steer tire. So you might blow a steer tire, you may not. But you know, like this year so far, I caught a bolt. I caught a big bolt in the tire. I had to get a new tire. It, you know, like the tire was pretty much, it still had a chunk of tread on it, but things happen. You might run over a curve, or you might catch a bolt, bust a tire. I mean, brand new virgin tires blow. So just count on blowing the tire. So you're looking at $500 for a tire. So I would say off the top, just count just $2,000. If you have a brand new truck with no miles on it, just count $2,000 for the year maintenance off the top. So if Snyder's taking out $150 a week out of your settlement, $2,000 for the year divided by 52 weeks, I would say Snyder, they don't need to take no more than $50 a week out of your settlement for maintenance. But you know, guys with these lease trucks, they're taking, on top of the truck note, they're taking an additional $150 a week, $120 to $150 a week for maintenance. You don't need all that money, because your first year, all it's gonna be is, only thing you're gonna be in there for maintenance is the only thing you're gonna be spending money on is you might spend money on a tire and a PM. Now if you got a older truck with some miles on it, now you might have to bump that up a little bit. You know, you're gonna have to bump that up a little bit. So you know, with a used truck, you're gonna be spending just a little bit more money. Little small things. $198 a week. Fuck. Snyder's going crazy, man. Now, Ryan Clark, how long is your is that a used truck or a new truck? Because I know used trucks, they charge a little bit more money for maintenance. Because I put back $250 a week for my maintenance. Yeah, see, that makes sense. If it's used, like if you got a 15 or a 16, they might charge you just a little bit more money for maintenance, because they're predicting, you know, it's going, you know, like when you got a used truck, you're gonna be spending just a little bit more money. Just little small things go wrong, like an airline, you're gonna have to replace an airline. Yeah, $198 for maintenance, that's too much, man. I would say about 100. They should put it at about 100. Because my used truck that I had, they was only taking out $89 for maintenance. They was only taking out $89. So my truck note was $800 plus the $89, which brought the payment up to like $880 something, $889 or something a week. So that's too much money. See, they holding way too much money, man. They're holding way too much money. So if you do the math, that's $200 a week. You gotta get out that maintenance account, man. You gotta get out that maintenance account. So if you do $200 a week, $198 a week times 52, that's $10,000 in a year, man. You need to be holding your own maintenance money, man. You need to keep that money in your own business. So if you have a business checking account and you got it maintenance, because in my bank I can go in and put a title on the account. I can go into the account and I can because they have the checking account number, but I can put my own name on their account. I put maintenance. So I have gross money coming in from a settlement, and I just have $250 a week going over there. So that you want the money to stay in your business, because if Snyder is holding on to your money, that's not your money no more. They say it's your money, but it ain't your money no more. So when you trying to present your P&Ls and you trying to present your income statement, your financial statement for your business, you can't show that you got a $10,000 maintenance fund, because they got the money and they telling you what to do with it. Now when I go to a bank and if I want to apply for a loan, it's going to show that I got gross money coming in and I got all these accounts with cash in it, showing that my business has cash in all these different accounts, showing my strength and my responsibility of my business. Now if Snyder is holding 10 grand of cash that belongs to your business, you can't show the strength of your business. And like, get the hell out that damn maintenance account, man. You got to be running your own business, man. You got to be holding your own cash to run your own business, man. So you can reflect, like my truck and trailer, and like okay, if I pull up the paperwork on my business, okay, I have some loans out on my business. I got the trailer note, and then I got, so when I print out my business bank statements, it shows that my business has this cash. There's strength in having cash. And then you got debt. So you got to balance the debt with the cash, so that way you can have, big companies do this. Like for example, you got Prime, you got JB Hunt, these Swift, Snyder, they have cash reserves, but then they also have debt. So say a company's got $1 million in debt, but then they have $5 million in cash. So you want to have a percentage of debt and a percentage of cash. So you don't, usually in a business, you don't want to have more debt than you do cash. You want to be able to balance that, because when you have more debt than you do cash, the strength of your business goes down. So you want to have, you want to have enough cash to be able to pay off your debt if you needed to. So usually when a bank looks at the strength of your business, they looking at the debt to cash ratio, the debt to income ratio. They're looking at the assets that your business owns. So like, for example, my business has a $30,000 trailer and a $60,000 truck. 60, 70, 80, 90. That means my business has $90,000 in assets. Now, the debt that owed by the business is $30,000, $60,000. So it's kind of negative, but you want your business to be owning shit, so it shows the strength of your business. So like, if you print out your business statements with the cash in it, so you got the cash, and then you got the assets that your business owns, rental properties, terminals, truck and trailers, equipment, all kind of shit. All that shit that your business owns is worth something. So when you putting all this stuff down on paper, you want to keep an idea on how strong your business is. So when on a yearly basis, on a quarterly basis, you want to constantly look at your business and keep an eye on the strength of your business. You don't want to have too much debt, because then when you got too much debt, the strength of your business goes down, and then you can't there's pressure on your business. There's financial pressure pushing down on your business. You don't want to have too many bills. You want to have too much debt outstanding on your business, because then it affects your ability to grow. You're not growing at the speed that you need to, because you don't have enough cash coming in to pay the debt and to grow, and it's a spiraling kind of thing what you want to keep up with. So all this stuff is important. So it's like a lot of guys, they get caught up in this leasing the truck and all that. Shit don't mean nothing, man. You need cash, okay? You need cash. But yeah, so let me see. Start here. They making money off that money. Basically, yeah. Yeah, because they got you in the truck. Okay. That lease, that lease, that paperwork that you got on that truck is worth a whole lot of money, man. That's why I tell guys to get a used truck, man. Do it for 1 year. Get a 1 year lease. Get a 1 year lease, man. It just depends on the snot of finance rep that you talk to. You can refuse it. You just gotta know how to. You gotta have the gift of gab with the finance rep, and you just gotta know how to talk to them to get out of it. But generally, that's why I tell guys to get a 1 year lease, because if you do the 1 year lease, you do a 1 year lease with the maintenance account. Your second lease will be a good opportunity to get out of it, because basically they're looking at your account and they say, okay, we see that you took care of the truck, we see that you doing this and all of that. You seem like you doing good with maintaining the truck, and you want to get out the maintenance program. More than likely they'll go ahead and let you get out the maintenance. But a lot of guys, they're in these 3 year leases, they ain't gonna get out of the maintenance programs, because if you got a 3 year lease, after 3 years, you putting $150, $200 a week. After 3 years, you got about 30 grand in that goddamn maintenance account. Okay. It's gonna cost you about anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500 a year on PMs and stuff. We talking about $1,500 times 3. That's 25, 30. That's 3,000. That's 4,500. So out of 30,000, you paying 4,500. You letting them hold about 25 grand of your money in a damn maintenance account. That's a lot of fucking money. If you got a 3 year lease, like, that's what I tell guys, do a 1 year lease. So that way, after 1 year, you can back out of it, or you can sign another 1 year, or you can give them the truck back. You have options at that time. You can re-sign another lease, and then it's like, hey, I want to get out the maintenance account. I want to keep the truck, but I want to get out the maintenance account. And then what they're gonna do is they're gonna cut you a check. If you got about $5,000 in your maintenance account, they're gonna cut you a check, and you can go ahead and put that $5,000 into your own business account with your own maintenance account. Yeah, man. Charm. Yeah. refuse it, man. Do everything you can to refuse it. You know, if you got cash in the bank, go ahead and print out your bank statements and show them, like, yeah, man, I got some money. I can take care of this truck. You know. My Snyder Finance rep asked. My Snyder Finance rep. He asked me. I had to have at least $6 grand in the bank. So I was like, yeah, I got $6 grand in the bank. So, you know, I wanted to get out that account, man. You gotta get out that account. Depending on your finance rep, each finance rep has got a different rule on, you know, because each truck is valued at differently. They put this stuff in the computer and it kind of tells them, okay, you know what they need to. $1,500 a week on hookers. You funny. $1,500 a week. Ryan, man, is like, once you sign that lease, man, there's really nobody you can really fight, because you done signed the lease. You know, that's a contract. You know, like, once you sign that thing, it ain't really nothing you can do. But, you know, before you go to orientation, usually your Snyder Finance rep will send you your lease weeks before you get there. So that's the opportunity to get out of it right there. Because if they want to hire you, they pretty much gave you your letter of intent to hire you. So at that point, they're going to send you a copy of the lease, and that's your time to look over it. And it's going to have your maintenance money, the maintenance deduction in the lease payment. So you just tell them, saying, hey, I would like to opt out of getting this maintenance program, and you know, I can do my own maintenance in my own checking account. You know, and you just talk to them, because a lot of guys, they'll wait to the day of orientation to want to get out the doggone maintenance account. Just because at orientation, that's the day you start signing the lease. It's too late now. Yeah, from day one, refuse it. Yeah, because when you get hired and you get the letter of intent, you looking at like 2-3 weeks before you go to orientation. So that's your time to get out of it. Don't wait till orientation. Yeah, man. Ryan Clark, it ain't signed yet. That's good. That's good. So try your best to call them up and see if you can get out that maintenance account. You know, try to call your Snyder Finance rep and have them rewrite the lease so that way you can get out that maintenance account, because that's not how you run a business, man. Somebody telling you what you can and can't buy for the truck and all this shit, and you got like 10 grand in maintenance money sitting up there, and they telling you, oh yeah, you got to buy cap tires. I don't want no cap tires. I want virgin tires. The hell. Like Newhouse did a video about that a while back. He went down there to get some tires, and they was telling him, oh yeah, you got to put virgin tires on there. I mean, not virgin tires, but you had to put cap tires on there. I ain't putting no cap tires on my truck, man. You wasting your time. You running down the road, you spent $200 on that cap. It's gonna cost you another $400, $500, $600 to get the damn thing fixed, because you put that cap tire on there, and maybe 2 months later that tire blow. That cap tire gonna take out it's gonna take out an airbag. It's gonna take out the damn fender. It's gonna take out, you might even cause an accident because of the damn chunks of rubber flying in the damn air. Don't mess with them cap tires, man. Get you some virgin tires. Hammer Down. Hammer Down said he like his maintenance account. Hey, Hammer Down, I don't know how long you've been at Snyder, but you just gonna have to figure it out on your own. I say about in a year, you're gonna be saying the same thing. Cause everybody I know who I talk to, they said in the beginning, they said, oh, I like my maintenance account. I like mine because I know the money is always there. I like running my business on training wheels. I love running my business on training wheels. It's basically a business on training wheels. You ain't running no fucking business, man. Somebody holding your money for you. Here, let me hold your money for you. Hey, I put it in a safe little treasure box for you. It'll be here when you need it. Just ask me. I'll give it to you. You terrible at saving. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's good for some people, but nah, that just don't roll right with me. It's just for all the reasons I said like a while ago, talking about running a business, growing a business. You know, you can't grow a business when you got somebody holding on to your money, man. And then, after about 6 months, man, you trying to tell them. Because I've used my maintenance account, my MMA account at Snyder a handful of times, and the shit ain't fun, man. It is not fun at all. Like, you got to go through your ICA to get approved. Then you got to go through Snyder Finance to get a PO to give to the vendor you're trying to get service from. Like, every time that I went to use my maintenance money, it's always a long all-day event. It's just too much, man. Like, who wants to do all that shit? To fucking spend your own money. Now, I don't mind the account. I just don't like how it's set up. I think they ought to give you like a card for it or something, a calm data card for it or something, where you have the account, but it's attached to your fuel card or something like that, to where if you need to go down to Goodyear and get some tires, all you gotta do is swipe your card or something, and then you get the receipt, you get the PO number, and you go on about your business. But with Snyder Finance, you gotta go through all these layers of people, these layers of bullshit to fucking use your money, man. No, I ain't with that. And then for somebody to tell you, no, you can't get Bridgestone tires. You got to get Goodyear tires. It's like, no, I want to put Bridgestones on my truck. I don't want Goodyears. Oh, you can't put Virgin tires. Put you some caps on there. Get the fuck out of here. I ain't running no caps on my truck, man. Just not doing it. Because it's gonna cost you more money to run them caps. Them caps gonna bust. Them caps gonna blow out in about 2 months, and then them caps gonna take out half the side of your damn truck. It's gonna take out a fender, an airbag. It's gonna take out some cables. It might even cause an accident. All the rubber and crap flying in the air and shit. No, you don't want to put no caps on your truck, man. But you know, some guys, you know, hey, you can't tell them nothing, you know, because every time that I use my account, like I go down, like the easiest part is going to getting a PM. Getting a PM is pretty easy. You just call the PACCAR truck care number, and you call them up, and you just tell them where you're gonna get the PM done at, right? And once you go in there, they have the PO already waiting. So like, but like if you getting tires or major mechanical work done on your truck, a water pump, or you know, something major mechanical on your truck, nope. All day event. All day. We just trying to get the paperwork straightened out. It's an all day event. I was on the phone 2 times with Snyder for 2 separate occasions for about 3-4 hours trying to figure out to get approval to get some work done. It's crazy. One time I need to get some steer tires. The second time, I forgot, I took my truck in for something. I took it to the Freightliner. I took it down to Freightliner, and I had an issue with getting alignment done. Something on the front end. I think I need to get some new shocks or something like that. And they was going back and forth on the type of shocks they was, and the alignment, and who was liable for the alignment and who was liable for the shocks. They was trying to get a warranty claim, and Snyder Finance was going back and forth on who was gonna pay us. I'm trying to tell y'all, get the fuck out of that fucking MA account. I'm trying to tell you. But y'all, you hard-headed. Y'all hard-headed, but you don't want to listen. Okay. Okay. And then on top of that, let me tell y'all something. Now that I left Snyder, now I can tell y'all some real stuff. I'm going to tell y'all some real stuff. I can tell y'all some real stuff now that I left Snyder. At Snyder, I hit a deer. I hit a deer. And let me show y'all. I hit a deer. I'm going to show y'all in a minute. I'm going to get out of the truck. I'm going to show y'all. Let me see. All right, let me show y'all. Now that I left Snyder, I can be real with y'all. Let's see, about 2-3 months ago, this tire right here, this is a brand new tire. I bought that tire with maintenance. I bought that tire. Yeah, I bought that tire out of my maintenance account. Now, after, you know, I knew that, okay, Snyder probably gonna want me to put back about $200 to $250 a week for maintenance. It's really no different between them taking the $200 a week out of my settlement versus me putting the $200 a week in my own business checking account where I'm running my own maintenance money. So when I went down there to buy that tire, there was no back and forth. I didn't have to call nobody. They put that tire on in 30 minutes. Maybe 20 minutes it took them to put that tire on. Okay, now I had a similar situation with the last truck I had at Snyder Finance. With the last truck I had, yeah, that's where I'm at. With the last truck I had, I needed to get 2 steer tires. Oh man, I told y'all the story 1,000 times. But now that I'm no longer at Snyder, I can tell y'all what happened. See this bumper piece right here? See that right there? I hit a deer. When I was at Snyder, I hit a deer. Okay? I hit a deer. Now if you look at my truck, you can't really tell like if I hit a deer or not. See that plastic corner right there? I hit a deer. Just took that all out of there. All right. So let me get back in the truck. Let me get back in the truck. Gotta finish this story. Alright, so now that I left Snyder, I can be real with y'all. That whole corner piece, when I hit that deer, was tore off. Now, any of you guys know, if you've been at Snyder, anytime you have some kind of claim or insurance or hit anything, you got to tell Snyder about it. Now, what usually happens is, okay, like if you get a window chip or a busted tire, anything, you got to tell Snyder about it. Now, if I was to call Snyder and tell him, hey, I hit a deer, we all know you would have to go to a terminal. Your ICA would grill you with all these questions. Your ICA would grill you with all these questions, right? How fast were you going? How fast were you going? What were you doing? Did you get the proper sleep? Ask you all these questions. Okay, well, I need you to come down and do this training. Training for what? I hit a deer. I didn't do nothing wrong. I hit a deer. It's like, so now let me tell y'all what happened. Now I got maintenance money put aside. It didn't bother me none. So this is what happened. I shopped around. I called some Freightliner dealers up. I called some part suppliers up, and At first, like Snyder, I called Snyder shop up, and like they told me it was cost about $250 for the parts and about $100 or so for labor. It comes out to about $450. I was like, cool, let's do it. Because it'll take about an hour or whatever for them to do it. Because I was just trying to decide if, okay, should I let them do it or should I do it? I was like, okay, I got plenty of settlement coming because I don't have a maintenance account. But when you don't have a maintenance account at Snyder, when you do work at the shop, they bill your settlement. So I was like, cool, I got plenty of settlement. Just go ahead and do it. He was like, no, you have to call your ICA and get approved. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Because any of you guys know that's been at Snyder, you know, if I have to call my ICA up and tell him that I hit a deer, I need to get my bumper replaced because I hit a deer, that's just going to open up a whole can of worms. You know that. Any of you guys at Snyder know that. They treat you like a damn company driver. So, say I call my ICA up, say I do that, and I call him and say, hey, I got to get a new bumper, I hit a deer. You know what he's going to ask you. Did you get a police report? Did you get a police report? Did you take pictures? How fast were you going? Did you go over on your logbook? All this other safety stuff. Come on in and do this computer training. Blah 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 blah. And you guys are starting to know this. So it's like, I was like, no, I'm not doing that. I just went down to Freightliner. I bought the bumper plastic pieces. I put that shit on myself. Now, if you look at the truck, you couldn't even tell I hit a deer. Get the fuck out of that maintenance account. Okay? You don't need that kind of stress on your business. You need to run your truck the way that you need to run it to stay in business. You don't need to give a company that kind of control and leverage on how you do business. You don't need that. You know what I'm saying? You don't really need that. Because any given moment, for all I know, Snyder could have pulled my lease at that time. They could have pulled my lease because I hit a deer. You know what I mean? Like, Snyder does all kind of crazy things. But it's like an unexpected thing like that where Snyder's got all this control. Your ICA can pull your lease anytime he wants to. So it's just like, you don't need that, man. You do not need that. You need to keep your cash money in your business So that way, if you got something going on in your business, you can just swipe your business checking account and keep your business running. Okay? Like, you don't need that stress on your business, man. You don't need it. Get the fuck out that maintenance account. I'm just gonna tell you. Like, a lot of guys, they don't see the big picture. They don't see the big picture. They just look at, oh, well, you know, I'd rather let them do it. Okay, cool. Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. So, I hear guys getting their lease pulled all the time for all kind of reasons. I talked to a guy, a lady ran up on the side of his truck. The lady ran up on the side of his truck and they pulled his lease. He wasn't doing nothing wrong. He was just driving down the road. Pulled his contract. See? See what I'm talking about? Get about that maintenance account, man. You gotta have leverage. When you run in business, a business, you need some leverage. Okay? You have no leverage. Leverage, control, whatever. You need control. You need leverage. You need to be able to run your business the way that you need to. When you got a big ass company, got the contracts, got all this paperwork, they holding your money for you. You have no control. You got no leverage. You can't do what you want to do. You know what I mean? You always scared about something gonna happen. You know, somebody hitting you and shit. You know what I mean? Like, that ain't no business, man. That's fear. You scared and shit. Like, you need some leverage. Like in my situation, I'm dealing with Uber and their shit. Okay? I got leverage. I got my own truck and trailer. Okay? You know, we gonna get this taken care of, because, you know, I'm not gonna be sitting up here all day long and you pay me $300, man. No. You gonna call, you gonna send me an updated Raycon with a number that's better than 300. You gonna send me a better number than this. Me wasting my time all day long. But yeah, I got a phone call, man. I don't know if this Uber or not, but it's some strange number that's calling me. So, appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. Let me see. I don't want them to keep anything. I work to get it. Yeah, that's right. Buying Chrome. But yeah, I mean, if you want to buy Chrome, buy Chrome. I mean, it ain't about the Chrome, man. It's being able to run your business the way that you want to. If you want to buy Chrome, hey, buy some Chrome. Some of y'all asking some silly questions. But yeah, man, I appreciate y'all watching my videos, man. I'll see y'all next time. This video an hour long.